He got married and had 2 kids behind my back. Oh, don't do it.
He pumped out 2 kids while he was dating you across the world.
Yes.
When we first met, he gave me a fake name. And he didn't even tell me. I found out through one of our mutual friends.
Let me just open this bottle of wine and then step outside.
We love that.
Have you been pre-gaming this phone call?
I have. I've had like 5 shots already. I got his name tatted on my back drunkenly. My friend said not to do it, but I did it anyway. I made this list with my therapist.
We're so back. Hey everyone, welcome to an amazing episode of Dating in Milwaukee. This was highlighted by a number of stories and call-ins, including one of our guests who is dating a man who was going under a different name for over a year. We had a 3rd Street bartender who I'm pretty sure broke the law. That was a good one. A date at Melting Pot Brookfield that you are just not going to believe. Those were just a few of the highlights. We had a couple call-ins. It was amazing, so thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe if you have not already. We've got a lot of great Milwaukee content coming up. And a big thank you to our partners, Nicolay Law, the Midwest law firm, 3 Sheeps, the Beer Wisconsin Drinks, and Drink Wisconsinably Beverage Company, best canned cocktails and canned old fashioned in the game. All right, let's get to today's episode. All right. But we also got a lot of DMs. Great stories. We had someone submit a Google Doc. She had so many stories. And we're going to do, speaking of, we're going to do some live call-ins.
Beautiful.
During the episode.
This is going to be fun.
Julia, shout out to her. We'll be calling her. We had a Who's on Third anonymous story. Brittany's going to be getting a call. Some other good messages in here. Anyway, we've got Marley and Deja with us.
Hello.
Marley, highly anticipated debut. You kind of helped spark dating in Milwaukee. You were going to come on like a year and a half ago and then kind of big time to me.
Yeah, well,
waited till we grew the following and now you're here. Now you're here.
Smart move.
Thank you.
And Deja, is very, very nice meeting you today. We're glad to have you on.
As well.
And Bree is here.
Oh, yeah. And Oakley, who is my chair buddy today.
So cute.
He is.
Hey,
we'll see where he ends up. He looks very comfortable. Before we get into things, we're actually going to kick the episode off with some positivity from Karen. Her name is really Karen. She seems like a very nice
Karen. Say that?
Karen.
What's the last name?
Yeah, because I think of my best friend Karen.
This is an older Karen.
Oh.
She's got to be in her 60s.
Oh, absolutely
Or
not.
60-ish.
No.
Not the same.
But we got this message on
Divide that in
Instagram.
half.
Love that.
So shout out to all the
Karen's.
the middle-aged people listening to Milwaukee Uncut. I didn't want. I mean, shout out to Karen right here. My husband and I have been married for 41 years. We met at Marquette. Our first date was at a place called Pieces of 8, which is now the Harbor House. Sat in one of the booths, side by side, kind of like a Ferris wheel. Anyway, back then, one of the very few nice places to go on a date. I guess the date worked because we're still together. Can we give a hand to Karen?
41 years.
Yeah, what a nice way
to hear that.
to
Thank you
kick
for
off the
sharing,
episode.
Karen.
So I asked Karen for her best piece of relationship advice, since it seems like a lot of the people who sent in messages could maybe use some of that, or the people that they went on dates with could use some of that. She said, always communicate and treat each other with respect. Talk things out when it gets tough. Put your phones down, and it helps if you marry your best friend. We were friends first and then started dating.
Aw.
It's great advice.
What? I mean, me and you.
Shout out to Karen. Thanks to everyone who popped in a message, but it's nice to see that one. Karen from Wauwatosa come through.
Go Karen from Wauwatosa.
Marley, what's up with you? How's your love life? I haven't seen you in a little while.
Fantastic, actually. If you asked me that 6 months ago, I would have a different answer for you. But I met someone at the NFL draft.
In Green
Really?
Bay? Mm-hmm. Does he play in the NFL?
No.
Did he get drafted?
No. Yes.
Bye.
Actually, yes.
Does he work in the NFL? How did you
No.
meet this man? How'd you meet NFL Draft Man?
There's this bar. It's called Nines, and we were on the patio, and it was just us and his friends. And I walked out and stopped dead in my tracks, and I was like, "Who is this man?" And my sister starts walking up to him. I said, "Get back here." I was like, "We have to like plan this. You can't just walk up to him."
Are you and your sister both single? Was she trying to take him, or was she trying to wingman?
No, she was trying to wingman. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely, 100%. Long story short, we've been dating for 2 months now.
Does he live in Milwaukee or is
Appleton?
he Appleton?
Up
okay.
north.
Every time I see her location, it's not in Milwaukee. Boy.
So you go back and forth between each other then.
Yeah.
Appleton. What? Mm-hmm. So how's Appleton going for you?
It's great. It's great. Love it up there. There's not much to do. We're going fishing this weekend, so that's my new life.
Fishing's fun.
On the Fox Valley River or something?
No, he's like
Lake
a
Winnebago?
fishing, hunting, golfing extraordinaire. So he has like all these lakes broken down. It's like, I didn't even know there was that many lakes. I mean, I knew Wisconsin has a lot of lakes and there's a lot of good fishing spots. But he's like, this lake has this fish and that lake has this fish. It depends on the wind, and then we're gonna go for that type of fish. And I'm like, dude, okay, yeah. I'm
Does he post fish pics?
No, not yet. There was one actually, he did like deep sea fishing, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would post that too.
Okay, we like that.
But not like the post.
Would you be going out with him if his profile picture was one of these?
Yeah. If you saw this man, he could do whatever he wanted to, and I would.
I mean,
Okay,
yes.
what's the can we see the NFL Draft Man's handle?
Oh, yeah, of course. I have to pull it up. I'm sorry.
Deja, what do you think of this guy? Have you met him?
I was supposed to, and I just wasn't able to come
Right,
out.
shout out to Dylan.
But me and Marley have known each other since 2014, since freshman year of college. It's been my best friend.
Were you at Stritch as well?
We both went there together.
Were you on
Rip.
track? Did you run?
Nope, I was a cheerleader.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She was cheering for me.
All right. No, I wasn't. But I mean, yes, in spirit, 100%. But yeah, I would say I've been here for the gambit, and
It's been fun.
the most wholesome thing that I've seen so far. So
Good.
I'll
That's a
give
good
that.
answer.
Does he have a dog?
Yes. That's
That's a
Nashers. We love Nashers.
He takes a photo
Okay,
sitting
with the
on the
car?
hood of a Mustang.
We love it.
Modus life right
This
there.
man
Gotta
can do
love
no
that.
wrong, right?
Good looking guy, Marley. What does he do for a living?
He owns his own company. Well, 2 companies, and he's adopting a 3rd one.
Adopting.
Yeah, he's
A dog or a
inheriting one. So basically, someone started a business, and then he's kind of taking over the reins and learning the ins and outs. So that's more of like a longevity thing, but yeah, we love an
We're
entrepreneur.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Disappointed we can't highlight you as gem of the week, but we're
happy
proud
for
of
you.
you.
Still a gem.
Yeah.
Deja, how is your life going?
honestly, if you would, I'm not
zoom
gonna
in
lie.
on that.
If you asked me like 2 weeks ago, I would probably say that's what I would say. That's what I would say. But I recently went on a trip, and I met someone on that trip. So we will see. I already sent you the photos. We'll see how that works out. But so far, so good.
Mario, you're giving a little look. Are you skeptical over there? Where was this trip to?
So it was a cruise. I went to Turks and Caicos, the Dominican Republic, and Bahamas.
Oh, let's
Had a
go.
Dude, yeah, she went around the world.
I had a time. I had a time. It didn't think that I would meet anybody. Wasn't looking to meet anyone. Kind of just striked up a conversation. We had the same birthday, and it just started off very like chill.
Sounds super fun.
Wasn't any intention, and then we just kept talking, and the vibes were there. So I landed back in Milwaukee, and the same day he booked his flight. So I was like, okay. He'll be here next month. We'll see.
Oh, wow. He's
Okay,
coming
wait,
to you.
whoa,
Where does
date,
he live?
please.
In Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
What date?
All right.
The 17th.
Of
Where are you
July?
guys going if people want to scope it out?
God.
I'm gonna be
I like to be low, but there's a lot of things happening
you're on the
during
show
that
now.
time. Potentially, if he comes in that Wednesday, we'll be at Milwaukee Night Market. So if you see Marley, you'll probably see me. He'll be here. Well,
I'll be here.
potentially at that Wednesday. But if that Thursday, karaoke. That weekend, there's the air show happening. So it's just like
Is that Bastille Days weekend?
oh, it is Bastille Days. It will be at Bastille Days.
There's
It'll
a lot
be
of
everywhere.
things happening.
Yeah, because I got to give him a good view of Milwaukee. He's never been here before. So we got to
bring
see
him
what
to Bastille
Steve-
Days for one night. It'll be perfect.
Oh, yeah. It probably will be that Saturday.
You'll see all of Milwaukee then.
Yeah, air show that morning and then maybe Bastille
Well,
Days.
it's a good thing
Where-
it's summer here in Milwaukee to bring him to for the first time. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. So
Where on the cruise did you guys meet?
So we actually I'm gonna stop saying we. I flew into Miami on that Friday. I think he got into Miami on that Friday too, and we saw each other. Nothing happened. That Saturday, I'm a realtor, so I was working at the bar, and he was across the bar. He happened to be. It was a big group trip, so he was on the same group trip. And I was just excited about a deal that I have under contract.
Were you with some girls and he was with some
I was
guys?
literally by
or-
myself. Nope.
Good for you.
I was literally by myself. I'm a loner sometimes. I'm okay with that.
It's called Queen.
Yeah. But I was going over, he was sitting next to someone else that I knew, and I was going over to like express my excitement about the deal. And then we just kind of literally just striked up a conversation. Then he invited me to lunch, and it just went from there, like playing Uno and cards and just conversations. Yeah. Pretty much Miami. And then every night on the cruise, we were just up late talking.
You were just.
Okay, no.
You were doing that, not me. You were doing that on the couch.
We were literally just
She's totally
sitting
lying.
out. No, I'm not. Thank you very much. I am very wholesome. No, don't do me.
Wholesome.
Don't piss me off.
Body language
anyway,
speaks louder than words.
Very, very wholesome. Very just sitting out, watching the waves, the moon, just very picturesque and having conversations.
So you were hanging out like every day of the cruise?
literally
then?
every single day.
Yeah.
Every night. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just gazing at the sea. We
You know, I've
believe
heard
every word of that.
Multiple people actually find like their significant other from cruises.
A cruise bag? Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't expect that. I honestly didn't expect it to come off the cruise. I quite literally did not. But then, he booked that flight, and I was like, all right.
They say
I
the
think
same
that's
thing.
actually like if you're single to go on a cruise
Yeah.
to find
Do it.
someone.
Yeah.
I
Do
feel
it.
like that's a
Go
good
take
because
that
you're like
cruise.
Or
confined
take
to
that
in the
cruise.
same space.
Yeah.
So like
Or you can go to the NFL draft.
or in the draft.
Not in your city.
I
Don't be
did.
in your
I
city.
did.
Both of our.
Was
these
he
people
wearing
are
a
outside
jersey
the
when you met him too?
Nope.
Like 7
He's wearing
beers
all white.
deep? All white at the draft.
It's okay. I wasn't wearing a jersey either.
I was wearing green.
I was wearing a pro bass fishing hat.
What a match made in heaven. He's got hunting shirts on his Instagram. You're going fishing this weekend.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone hunting before?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
fishing, yes.
Riley is not a
Golfing, yes, but I need some work on that department, but whatever. Fishing, I would go camping a lot when I was younger. My dad taught me how to fish and stuff. Hunting, never. I'm going to be the type that's like, we should keep the deer as pets.
Don't kill
So
the deer.
we're working on that.
Yeah.
Before we get into some amazing call-ins and stories, what
so excited.
what is both of your worst dating story in Milwaukee?
You go first.
I
Reed.
can start. Okay. I don't
She
mind
has, like,
telling this story. All
12,000.
right. You talking. Ugh. Okay. So real quick, bullet points. Long story short, don't talk to anyone in the military. I don't know. If you're in the military and you're watching this, love
We
you.
like supporting the troops on this show.
Do support the troops, but they're toxic. Very toxic. I met a guy. This was freshman year of college.
Yeah, that was a really bad time,
Yeah.
actually.
Met a guy, and we were dating for like 6 months. He had already resigned his contract to go active. He went overseas to Korea. So mind you, I was 19. I don't deal with this crap anymore. Okay, I just don't. But he went overseas, stationed in Korea. Long story short, over a period of time, he got married and had 2 kids behind my back. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it unless they're in the reserves. Don't do it.
While you were in a relationship with him.
Correct.
So-
100%.
When did you? How long was this relationship, and when did you find out about it?
He was really good, really manipulative, really good at saying that block this mind you, I was 19. Okay, so
Yeah.
fresh, very naive. Very
Did he have these
trusting.
kids going into the
No,
relationship?
absolutely
Oh,
not.
so
No.
he pumped out 2 kids while he was
Yes.
dating you
Yes.
across the world.
Yes, but he had told me to block her at a certain point in time.
Crazy work.
So I
you
didn't
you
see
knew of
any of
her.
this. No, he told me that the girl was like crazy. Like some chick was just in my DMs coming to me as a woman.
okay.
And he was like, block her, it's nothing, whatever. And I was super trusting at the time, blocked her, whatever. And then one day I decided to unblock her. And I was like, And he named her what we had agreed to name our kid.
Wow.
If we ever had a child. Thank God I dodged a bullet. But I've dodged a whole magazine of those.
So do you know
Like
if like
Matrix.
his wife
Like real life
ever
Matrix.
found out about you?
She did
or-
find out about me. And what's the crazy part is she admitted to me a couple years ago. She was like, he never left you alone. Anytime he would always come back to you. And honestly, baby girl, if you knew that, why did you stay?
Yeah.
That don't got nothing to do with me. Hey, like it is what it is. But because he was always cheating on me with her, but he made it seem with her that it was the other way around. So she would say, like, try to make it seem like I was like the dirty homewrecker, all of the things. And like literally when they got married, he was supposed to be coming home from deployment finally after like a year. He was only supposed to be there for 6 months, had extended for another 6 and made it seem like it was just for the money, when in reality it was because she was over there. And then when he finally came home, he lied about his flight kept getting delayed, when in reality he was already here for a week getting married, and then he was with me like the week after. I kid you not.
After he got married, he was with you?
I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. And to this day, every year he makes a new page, a new Instagram, a new something,
So
a fake phone
he's
number,
still out
Is
there.
he
and we'll
still
try to
with,
like
his
I don't
or
know.
if they're
I don't know. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it. I don't know nothing
Yeah.
about nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. That was a couple years ago. I had a lawyer person in front of mine put a little fear in his chest because I was over it at a certain point in time. Still over it, obviously.
Yeah.
But since then, I haven't really had any issues. But yeah, long story short,
Crazy.
don't
Wow.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Marley, what you got?
What you got?
Stop that.
What you got? Which one we gonna tell? Which one you gonna tell?
I was thinking my last relationship, but what one are you thinking?
Old man?
Who?
Back in college.
No, we're gonna tell this one.
We'll go,
Okay,
we'll go
go
last one. We'll do a present
do the
day
last
one.
one. Go
do
ahead.
a present day one.
Yeah, because mine was in the past, so go ahead.
No, this one's present day.
oh.
This one's crazy.
How old are you guys? Like mid to late 20s ish?
29, 25.
29. Very fine.
Okay. And this was only one military guy, correct?
Oh,
That
she's
you've
got
been-
a thing for them.
Oh, you got a thing for that. Okay, I
said it.
I was just gonna
I've
go
only
back
been
and
with
not
two
cast a
military
dark
guys.
blanket over the.
No, she did
All
her
the
to
troops.
herself.
No,
Okay.
I've literally, well, one was in the Army and
It's not every. It's just
a
the ones
different
you
man
like.
that I was with was in the Marines. I've only had 2, and the second one wasn't that. So
Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Wasn't that. He was also in the reserve. Or, well, no, he was retired. So that's what I'm saying. Like either
Yeah.
retired or reserves, but never active duty. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You know who else was a Marine, Marley? Your former boss, former Bumble King, Shane Krangle,
Oh gosh.
who's now married,
Yeah,
happily
he's
married with a
found
kid.
love,
But
has a
we
kid.
just got to give
Is he retired?
the guy. we just
good
got to
guy.
give the guy a
Shane.
shout out.
Yeah.
What a one man wrecking crew back in the day.
Dude,
Okay,
yes, 100%.
100%.
What a champ.
I mean, that guy at Lucid,
What a champ. What a champ. He's
2017-ish.
unstoppable.
unstoppable.
Well, that was with
Unstoppable.
Stegman too.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh,
Tank.
Those two were wrecking the crew.
those two.
Yeah.
48-year-old bald 5'3" Stegman getting tossed out of Joe Katz, president of the Journal Sentinel,
Crazy.
asking the bouncer, "Do you know who I am?" Who probably never picked up a paper in his life.
No
Chris
idea.
Stegman.
What a guy.
Man, those two.
What a time, actually.
Okay. How did your last relationship end, Marley?
Ooh, child. Have fun, enjoy.
How did it end?
Or go wherever you want to with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
no.
story.
One of the craziest things, actually, when we first met, he gave me a fake name. And he didn't even tell me. I found out through one of our mutual friends. And it was like, oh, yeah, I'm talking to that guy over there. Like, he says his name. And he looks at me, he goes, that's not his name. And he, like, corrects me. And I was like, okay. And at that point, we've been talking for a significant amount of time.
How
So
long?
I, like, my whole family till this day knows him as his fake name. So, like,
Wasn't it like his middle name or something?
no, it was nothing to do with anyone. He said it was like his dad went by that name or something, and it was nothing relevant to his dad, to anyone in his family.
Weren't you friends on social media?
Yeah, but his like Instagram handle was like his name, but all jumbled up, basically.
Did he have like his name? There's like a name though, like underneath the
Interesting.
profile pic.
Nope.
He didn't have any?
I don't know.
Deja, what
We
was
had
going
blocked
through your head
now.
watching this
He's
from the
blocked.
sideline? Could you see this red flag from
Oh, that's
miles
not the
away?
first red
Okay,
flag.
so honestly,
so
when
many.
I met the guy,
Not even
initially he was
again.
green flags. Initially,
Yeah.
like I would say, what
They all
the
are
first year.
in the first 90 days.
It was it the first year?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
The first year he was green flags.
was
Like
good.
I
Oh,
had.
that's cool.
I had
Marley, you
met him,
did
like,
not
he
know
really-
this
that was
guy's
for a
name for
year?
over a year.
No, it wasn't that. That was
about at least like
earlier.
6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy to be quite honest.
Yeah. So, but when she called and told me that, I said,
She said, "Who is that?" And I was like, "His real name." She goes, "You're lying."
yeah, that was
And that was kind of
that should have been the
when we.
that should have been
Well, no,
the sign.
Yeah.
Did he give you his last name? Like, did he have the
Well,
correct
he never
last
added. So here's the weird thing. Here's another red flag. There's actually so many. They're just like flying up in the air. The more that I think about it, he actually, till this day, he swears that he never did this. But one Christmas, I'm sitting at the table. We never went to holidays with each other. We never took photos and posted each other. He never added me on Facebook.
Baby, if he not posting
Like,
you,
Nothing for almost 3 years. Yeah. Yep. So at Christmas one day, we're sitting there, and my brother comes up to me and goes, "Did your boyfriend block everyone on Facebook?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "He doesn't even have me on Facebook." He's like, "Okay, we'll talk about that later." He's like, "But look at this," and he searches his name on Facebook, and it doesn't come up. My whole family, mind you, my whole family. I look him up, comes up just fine.
this is the first time.
So then I started asking like coworkers. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can I see your Facebook?" And I look up, he comes up.
Yeah.
Comes up for everyone but anyone in my family. And I literally asked him, I'm like, "Did you block my family on Facebook?" And he goes, "No." I'm like, interesting. So why can everyone else, including myself, but now none of my family members literally find you on Facebook? And he ended up blocking everyone on Facebook.
wild.
So they couldn't see his Facebook.
Was he posting anything? Like,
No, I don't know because he never added me. So I don't know what he was doing.
Oh, so you weren't even friends
He
with
never
him
even
on
added me,
Facebook,
yeah.
So you couldn't see, like, I
100%.
guess, like, exactly what
Yes,
he was posting.
but if
Crazy
you're never
work,
on it, how is my whole
crazy
family blocked?
Yeah.
And how do you know that? Yeah, it was weird.
He must have had to
So when
research.
was that, like, in your relationship at, like, what point?
That was about a year and a half in.
Okay.
Yep. That was pretty
And
far.
you kept going after that?
Yeah.
I hated
Because
that
I'm an
man.
idiot.
I hated him so bad.
Yeah, no. Every
I hated
time
him
they
so
got to the
bad.
point where I just started losing like myself and friendships and everything, and I had to just like, it was really, really bad. So once I pulled out of it, everyone's like, "You're glowing again. You're so happy." And
Now
I
you're
was
back.
So proud.
No, you're
Yeah.
back.
I was
With
so
NFL
proud.
draft
I'm not gonna
man.
lie. Period.
On the show.
here
Wow.
we are. Yeah.
Would
so
would you
crazy.
guys say, generally speaking, if a guy's not posting you, he's not that into you?
I
It
think
depends.
You're not
There's
going to be the
time.
main girl.
Like if you guys first start dating, like it's like, dude, take your time. At this point, to be honest, there's nothing that could face me.
I think
whatever.
It depends on what he
It's your
posts. If
life.
he's truly already not posting prior to that, I wouldn't expect him
Yeah.
to all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're not on,
do that.
yeah, 100%.
But the whole, I'm sure somebody just heard this. Oh well, I want to be private, but you post everything else that's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. No.
Yeah, I would say if he's like posting regularly of just like
Correct.
himself,
100%.
his friends, and then if he's just not posting
or he'll
you
post the
too,
places that you guys are, but won't
Yeah.
post you. Absolutely not.
like I would take that as kind of like, okay, like I don't. He probably doesn't want people to know he's like
He's
in a
trying to save
relationship.
somebody's feelings.
Yeah,
Yep.
or like he's talking to other people.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
The amount of stories I
Bree
have,
enjoys
it's crazy.
posting long carousels that don't include me.
Oh.
Usually I can make like photo 12. She'll sneak me in. And I mean, we've been
We're
going out
private,
for
but
almost
not
a decade.
secret. People know about you though.
I was gonna say we've
Let her live her
been
best
together for like 9 years. So
Look
I
at the
think by the
ring.
fact,
I said,
also,
let her live her best life, all right?
Yeah, even
posted
after I
our
got that for her,
engagement.
just crickets.
That's
Maybe-
nice.
maybe-
How many
She's like, oh
carrots is
yeah, I
that?
forgot about you.
Maybe I moved up to photo nine after that. All right,
I
let's
feel
give,
photo 6 coming for you.
That
soon.
is a nice ring. Shout out to Kessler's Diamonds. Okay. It was not a sponsored ring. I
it's
want to
not.
make that clear, even though they do pay to sponsor this.
Yeah,
I
they're
did pay
great,
for I
though.
did
They're
pay
great
for the
over
ring.
there.
Great team.
Highly recommend
Shout
it.
out to Mitzi and Diamond Joe and the crew. Okay, let's give Brittany a call and see if she answers.
I'm
She's
so
got a
excited.
good tattoo story.
Tattoo.
Bless.
You guys are just gonna have to keep your ears open?
We got it.
Okay.
Hello?
Brittany,
Hey, how are you?
we're great. Welcome to Milwaukee Uncut.
Woo!
Thank you.
We've got Marley, we've got Deja, we've got Bree right here, and I told them you've got an interesting tattoo story.
I can't wait.
I do. Let me just open this bottle of wine and then step outside.
We love that.
How many glasses deep are you right now? Have you been pre-gaming this phone call?
I have. I've had like 5 shots already in like the last hour, but it's all good. It's my day off, so.
I'm only on 2 glasses.
My girl.
And Bree, we met Brittany at Moe's, I believe.
We did?
Yeah, correct?
When?
You did, but I didn't want to be weird and be like, oh my God, I watch you guys.
Oh.
Like, I didn't want to be like that person.
Was that
so
when
I
we
just
went
did
like
it.
a couple weeks ago?
Yes, that was after we were supposed to interview a very famous musician.
Yeah, we
went
were
up and
not in
waited
the
for
best
8
mood
hours
that
and it did
dinner,
not happen.
so-
And then
no.
we went to Moe's on the way back. But I do remember we won $11 in pull tabs.
Nice, dude.
Well, you were
did.
there.
You were a big come up, yeah.
The momentum shifted from being is that big time to, not
won more
quite
than
ghosted,
11.
A
but
big come up is great.
huh?
I can't
won
believe
more
he
than
ghosted
11.
you.
It was a
12?
very weird situation. I don't want to call him and his team out on
that's
the
pretty good.
show,
For
but
pull tabs?
yeah, we
That's okay.
I'm a
Yeah, we
99
don't
kind of
have to
girl.
do
I
that.
pull
we
99.
were up there
I pull
waiting.
50.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It happens. A lot happens behind the scenes that people don't see. But yeah, sometimes you have a big opportunity. You go and
Gotta
wait
take it,
for a
dude.
long time, pack up the whole studio, and it doesn't work out. Then we rebound, right, Cody?
And you play pull tabs.
And
The
we
true
win
Wisconsin ways.
$11 of pull tabs at Moe's over in Tosa.
Oh, I love pull
All right,
tabs.
Brittany, do you have your new bottle? Are you going full bottle, or did you just pour another glass? Or are you just
She doesn't have a glass
drinking straight
anymore.
from
It's
the
just bottle.
Not straight from the bottle, just another glass.
I knew I liked her.
All right, we
right.
love you so far. Let's hear
Let's
it.
dive in.
Okay, yeah. So I dated a guy for a while. He's a little bit older,
What's wild?
Cuban, and I used to work at Bar Louie for 4 years. So I met Alejandro bartending at Bar
Alejandro.
Louie. He didn't live in Milwaukee, but he would fly me out wherever he was, like LA, his house in Florida, his house in Atlanta. It was kind of crazy. So anyway,
Brittany, how old was this man, and how old were you?
He's 44 and I'm 28. So he's not like that old, but
Acceptable.
Yeah,
Acceptable.
That's not bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
like really hot, like completely tatted, you know. So I
What
fell
is
into
what does
that.
Alejandro do for a living?
Yeah,
This
to
guy
have
just seems like
multiple
a
houses.
Fly
fucking
you out
baller.
here, fly you out there.
He's a project manager for a really big contracting company. So they renovate like Hilton hotels. Like I was in LA at a super nice Hilton, like just drinking by the pool every day.
Probably
So,
racked up his
you know,
points.
after that, I got his name tatted on my back drunkenly. My friend said not to do it, but I did it anyway.
Like
Oh,
how
no,
big?
you
What do you mean on
lying.
your back? Like where
Yeah.
and how big?
Like on my shoulder blade, like you could, yeah, it's pretty big, you know, in cursive. Yeah.
I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry.
It wasn't
all
a
good. My
temporary
mom was
tattoo
like,
by chance,
"Girl."
was it?
Good
It's all
God.
good. So we broke up in February this year, finally. At his house in Florida, we got, you know, I was just like over it. I was getting bored, not seeing him all the time, just like, you know, for 12 days out of the month. And so ever since I've been back in Milwaukee, like full time since February, I've been like low key looking to like go on a date with the Alejandro. Just, to, like,
Just in
I
case.
feel like it's destiny.
I mean, there has to be some. Like, I love Hispanic men, so
As
there
you
had to be
should.
some, right? They've all been like Juans and Luis and Miguels, but so I finally come across Alejandro on Hinge, and like he messaged me like, "Oh my God, like please marry me," and I was like, "Well,
It's funny you say
your
that.
name's already on my back."
Oh, it's a sign.
Yeah, so I like wasn't into him really. Like he didn't have any tattoos. Like he was a cute, like nice guy, like kind of nerdy, which I love.
Same.
But yeah, so I like agreed to go on this date with him. First of all, I was an hour late because like I was watching a movie with my best friend and her fiance. So I was like, no, I'm coming. I'm on the way. So I ended up going, and then we met at a bar on the east side. It was chill, but he was just like obsessed the fact that his name was on my back. Like our conversation went well. We ended up going to High Note, which was like always fun because I love karaoke.
Yes.
You know,
I've
like
been
who
there.
doesn't love karaoke?
Love karaoke.
Right. So we go, but then at the end, he's just like, oh, like, do you want to come to my place? I'm like, no, like, I'm just not really super feeling it. He's like, I could tell. I feel like it's just because my name's on your back. And I was like, low key, I haven't matched or like met in real life another Alejandro that I was interested in. I just kind of did it for the plot. But like, that's what I do. I love going on dates. I love like, just meeting people. I can talk to pretty much anybody. So it wasn't the end of the world. It was just a night. But then he kept texting me like every day. Like, when can we hang out again? When can we hang out again? When can I see you? I'm like, oh, never, but we could be friends,
Stage 1 clinger.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Like, I just had to go on a date with Alejandro to validate the fact that like I did get a tattoo of my ex.
Are you going to get a cover up?
No, you know what? It's so funny because my best friend Sierra and I were just talking. Like, I might just get a line through it and put like our breakup date under it, like a February 1st, 2025.
Canceled.
F it, we ball.
Yeah.
F it, we ball.
Canceled. World tour canceled.
That's
wild. To a Puerto Rican tatted man named Alexander, and he's like, we could just switch it to Alexander. And I'm like, you know what? I'm crazy. That sounds good too.
Can you imagine being a grandma and explaining that tattoo?
That would be the best story ever. All right, children, stay down.
Okay, so are there any other Alejandros that are tatted in Milwaukee?
I feel like we could find you one.
There are, and if there are, send them my way. As long as they don't have crazy baby mama drama, I'm in.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, for a tatted Alejandro, there might be some baby mama drama.
Comment
okay.
In Milwaukee?
below.
Oh no, we're gonna try and find you an Alejandro in Milwaukee. I mean, the Hispanic population's booming here, right?
I absolutely love
the South Side.
Yeah. I'm down. Whatever. Even if it's just a drink and then I have to ghost them again, it's fine.
Hey, you're putting yourself out there.
A win is a win.
Yeah, might as well.
I mean,
true queen.
How are you feeling? Any regrets on the tattoo? It seems like you're just on a wave right now.
To be honest, like I don't regret it. It's more of like a part of me now at this point in my life. It's a good story. All my friends actually really love this guy that I was with, and me too. It just like the distance at the end of the day is what made it not work out. And him and I are still good friends, so it's all good.
That's for the most part.
And his name actually is Alejandro, right?
Yeah, like he doesn't have a middle name because he's Cuban and religious. It's just Alejandro, then his last name. Yeah.
We had a guy who lied about his name earlier, so we were that was more of an inside joke to us.
And that was just the beginning.
Do you have other tattoos too?
Yeah. Do you have other tattoos?
So it kind of.
Yeah, I have 16 of them.
Oh,
okay.
Then that's
all
not
your
that bad.
All your exes or just Alejandro?
Just Alejandro. I have like a martini glass on my wrist because I worked at Bar Louie for 4 years.
Shout out to Bar Louie.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%. Me too.
Love most too, but yeah, I just have a bunch of random, like I have a couple of Machine Gun Kelly tattoos.
Ooh, okay.
Like a little heart on my finger. Yeah, I have a bunch of tattoos. So this is more like I called my tattoo girl to come over. I wanted to tat. I was gonna get something else, and then drunkenly I said, I want Alejandro's name.
Oh my God.
She did it.
All right. If there's no tatted Alejandros listening to this episode, we hope there are. But any other traits that you'll settle for? Yeah. What's number 2 on the draft board?
I'm not closed off. I like a good personality, someone that makes me laugh because I'm funny, someone that isn't jealous or tries to tell me I have to be home by midnight because that's never gonna be me no matter what.
Bedtime is crazy.
More so like we have to vibe. That's why at first on this date with this guy I was like, okay, but like I just wasn't into him. Like I can't like kiss you if I don't like you,
Yeah. Totally
Absolutely.
Following.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, personality is a big thing. Like you don't have to have everything in life, in my opinion. Just if we get along and you make me laugh and we can have a good time, then that's enough for me.
Do you have to have a tattoo and be Hispanic, or are you open to other races, nationalities?
Well, my baby daddy's actually white, so I mean, I am open to other races for sure.
You seem really excited about white guys. There was a lot of enthusiasm in that sentence.
That was not selling at all.
No, I'm down for whatever. Like I said, if we get along, we get along. If like I'm a little bit attracted to you, it'll be fine. We can work on it. you don't have to have tattoos. But lately, my type for like the last 2 years has been exactly that. So.
Love it. And for all those listening, where can they find you? What's your Instagram handle?
So long story, my Instagram actually got hacked like a couple years ago, so I had to restart it.
Oh, I would cry.
But I restarted it like over a year and a half ago, but it's Brittany with an A 96. I mainly use Snapchat, honestly, because after that happened, I was so upset because I went to Ole Miss for college. I was down in Mississippi for 4 years.
Exactly.
So I just it sucked to lose like everybody I've ever came across in my life, and I like didn't want to start over. Then I finally did.
What were you guys talking about over there?
Oh, we're arguing.
What's her birthday?
What's your birthday? Brittany, 96.
September 3rd.
96?
Do you guys share a birthday?
I'm a Virgo.
Period.
Heck yeah, Virgo.
No, we were
too.
arguing
She's
which
a
year's
Libra.
better, 95 or 96.
It's
I said
96.
95 and she said 96, and I said,
96.
girl, I'm older,
no
respect your
way.
elders.
Yeah.
I am also a Virgo, so I'm September 15th.
I'm September 27th. Crazy.
Hey. Yeah. Got some September.
It's a Libra, but it's same.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany. Well, we're going to find you in Alejandro.
You
Yeah, we
can
are.
Find me in Alejandro, and let's see if it works. And
All
then
right.
if so, you'll be at our wedding.
Let's go. Let's
wait.
go. We hope to see you soon at Moe's, or
Thank you.
got some events
Yeah,
coming
come
up as
visit.
well.
Yeah.
Or if you need a car, come into Toyota, and we'll get you a salesperson. and help you out
Actually,
there.
I'm in the market. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon.
Okay, I'll
Deja
be-
is
I'll
in the
be there.
market for a Toyota.
Yes.
She loves
Come on,
Toyotas.
Deja. I'll be there.
Bet.
Where's
Look at
what
that.
Toyota dealership?
Yeah.
Off Highway 100.
Okay. I will find you.
Yep.
Oh, Highway 100,
She will
right by
too.
Moe's.
I'm really
Yeah,
good.
pretty much down the road, yeah.
Is that an Ewald dealership?
What was that?
Is that an Ewald dealership?
No, Ewald's in Oconomowoc, where I am right now.
all right.
Yeah. Wild.
That was the most wild thing of this phone call. That Ewald is in Oconomowoc right now.
That's where I am, yeah. Okay.
All right, Brittany. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
That was
Bye,
awesome.
Britt.
Great.
Bye.
So she met him
Shout
on a
out to
dating
Brittany.
app?
She seems like a
She met the second
spontaneous
guy on the
up
dating
for
app.
I like
whatever
her. I like her.
That was
type of
amazing.
person.
She don't.
No, I don't
she
even know
care.
where she met Alejandro.
Yeah.
Do we need to call her back?
She do it for the plot.
Wait,
How
did
did
we miss
how
that
did-
part? How
yeah,
did they
we-
meet?
The first one.
I
The
don't know, she
second
didn't
one
say.
was Hinge. The second one was Hinge.
Yeah,
I
but
forgot
where
the-
did
Wait,
she,
we
where
have
did
to-
she
we need
meet
to know
the
this. Hang on. Yeah.
Sorry, Brittany. We didn't even ask you where you met the 44-year-old
We're back.
baller Alejandro.
Oh, I was bartending at Bar Louie, and he was.
Oh, she did say that.
because he was in town, and he would come see me every single day.
Wow.
Single day.
Every day.
Wow.
And then we like went on some dates, and then we we hit it off.
Well,
All
Okay,
right.
answers
Shout
that.
out to Alejandro at Bar Louie.
So you can get
Yeah,
bartenders.
shout out.
So
Yeah,
you
no,
can
he's,
pick
like,
up
in Colorado.
bartenders.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You can.
Okay,
I'm just,
Brittany,
like,
for-
super
for-
open.
Good thing I retired.
Brittany, for the men out that are listening, what is the right and wrong way to try and pick up a bartender?
Oh, jeez.
Well, for me, like I usually approach men because I'm just one of those girls. But the wrong way would be like to just like be creepy, like. Don't be like staring at our butts. Don't leave your number on the tip slip and not tip good. First of all, that's
okay, yeah.
like don't give me $5 on a $100 tab. I'm not gonna text you. I'm gonna memo request you.
Oh, my gosh.
Period.
You know.
Or
I like
zero.
her.
All right, guys. You use some comments so common sense can go a long way.
Very.
Absolutely.
not
Use common sense. Like if I have a ring on my finger or a bartender, not me, definitely. No way. Just read the
sense
room,
is not
guys. Read the
common.
room.
Read the room. I love
Inaugural.
read the room. A lot of people aren't good at it.
Read the room and common
It's
sense.
unfortunate.
All right, Brittany. Thanks again. Great talking to you.
Thank you guys.
We'll call
We
you
might call you
back,
back.
if we forgot anything else.
You can call me anytime. Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Marie.
We
You
might.
guys are awesome.
You're awesome too. Great addition to today's show. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Love that.
Love that. Yeah.
Big fan of Brittany.
We were just having, too, a discussion, I think it was with Mr. New York, of how to pick up bartenders or what is the right way to pick up.
Oh, you guys definitely know Mr.
Too.
New York, right?
Yeah, he is a great guy. He's a great guy.
I need to go to the bathroom.
No, I have to go to the bathroom, actually.
Have you guys dated Mr. New York?
I
You said-
have not.
Okay, he is single.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything from Marley.
I need to go.
My name is Vinny. I ain't in it.
I'm pulling for that right there. Marley and Mr. New York.
No, Marley already found a nice guy.
Yeah, no.
Marley
No.
is in
No.
a relationship now.
Oh, I'm aware of that. Okay, I'm aware
I'm
of
very
that. But
happy.
I'm a fan of that. She didn't say no, it didn't happen.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Almost.
It didn't. Nobody
no
asked
comment.
anybody to be in a relationship, so there's no relationship to speak of.
No, nothing happened, actually. Very good person.
Yeah. He is.
Just a little love
Super
in the
cool.
club.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to DJ New York, last week's guest. Good guy. I enjoyed having him on. Never really talked to him before.
No, that's the homie for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good vibe.
For real.
All right. We want to get more into that after a few more sips of Drink Wisconsinably canned cocktails. We can do so. If not,
ASMR.
we can get into this story from an anonymous messenger.
Yes.
A few years back, I went out with a bartender from Who's on Third.
Another bartender story.
How long ago was this?
A few years back.
Oh.
It was a one-night deal. Nothing serious. Not a one-night stand, just a one-night deal.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
nothing serious.
a deal. There could be so much wrapped into a deal.
Yeah,
So
what
you
kind of deal? What
say-
kind of deal
Like-
were we going for here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try. It's kind of long, so I'll try and get through the story quick. Okay, one night deal, nothing serious. But the day we met up, she must have gotten tipped out. Do we need to
sorry.
pause the show?
No,
5
you.
minutes. You can do that. I have
Yeah.
to run to the bathroom.
Please do. Right outside.
It's just
We'll
like
keep
that
going. You
little
can chime
hallway.
in.
Yeah.
Marley, Bree, and I got this one. Okay. All right. I'm
Okay.
just going to kick it off. I apologize to the viewers, but Brittany's call was so good. I don't know how you could possibly be mad at us in this room. Okay. A few years back, I went out with a bartender from Who's on Third. One night deal, nothing serious. But the day we met up, she must have gotten tipped out and left about $350 cash in my apartment. At the time, I was a student and pretty broke,
crazy.
but I figured the good karma would be to return the money. So I called her and she picked it up. Fast forward a few months. I go grab drinks at Who's on Third, open a tab and leave my debit card there. I message this girl asking if it's still there. She checks, sends me a picture of it and says, "This one?" I tell her yes and say I'll pick it up later this week. So then I go to Who's and grab my card. They tell me it isn't there. I told the guy who was bartending.
Oh,
the
absolutely
name
not.
of the girl told me it was there. And all the bar staff started laughing and said, "I don't know, man. Ask her." I look at my bank statement and see my card has been used for a night out on water that I wasn't involved in. Red Rock, the Harp, etc. Moral of the story: don't date Third Street bartenders.
My
Don't leave your card in a tab for more than a few days, and karma isn't real.
Oh, this poor guy.
Poor
Okay,
guy.
well, one, did you do anything to piss her off?
Yeah, there's got to be
The
more
one
to
night,
that.
what happened on the one night
okay,
deal?
we need a little bit more details on that one night. Did you piss her off?
I
to
just
make
can't- I don't
her-
even have words
And
for
I
this
mean,
right now.
should you be going back to the bar that she's bartending at after the one night deal?
There's more
after
to
a
the
few
story.
months?
There's more to that story.
I wish we could
Because
call this
a
guy.
girl just doesn't take a card unless they're nuts.
I mean, she might be crazy also.
She could be
yeah, we
crazy.
could give this guy the
Okay,
benefit
let's
of
just
the
say-
doubt.
Let's just say that she is crazy because that is legally theft right there.
Yeah, that
or
is.
illegally theft. She
Yeah.
literally stole the guy's money and took it out.
Yeah.
Wild
That is
work.
breaking the law. So she's
Wild
got
work.
something crazy, but
Wild work.
we have no idea what happened on this one night deal.
No.
This magical one
No,
night
we're
deal.
missing so much of the story.
with our guy and the Third Street
I mean,
bartender.
shout out
What
for
I just
him
watched.
though for at least giving her money back.
I agree.
Agreed.
too.
So that makes me question if she
I
is
know.
crazy.
That's what I mean because he
She probably is.
It
I don't know
shows he
what I
has
walked
like
in on, but she
nice
probably is.
tendencies. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's crazy.
Make sure to pick up your card.
I mean, based on that information, she's a little crazy.
Yeah, not a good thing regardless, unless that guy
not
went
at all.
way out of bounds on the one-night deal. But judging by the fact that he gave her his money back, he seems like a legitimately
I'm
good
more
dude.
towards she's just probably a little crazy.
All right, let's get into one more before we give Julia a call. Okay,
excited.
this one from Hannah. One time, I went on a Sunday afternoon date, a walk around the lake. He's 10 minutes late and says he's running a bit behind. 20 minutes later, I see him get off the bus. He proceeds to text me saying, just parked, as if he drove himself. Then we go on our walk and he proceeds to trauma dump on me and tell me that malaria is eating away at his brain. I'm still confused by this. Safe to say we never saw each other again. Hannah, you definitely dodged a bullet.
Where do these girls meet these guys? I mean,
Probably
I mean, my
online.
stories are like.
Tinder.
So I think she.
Bumble.
Okay, I will say I've never had a dating app.
Really?
Never. And that is why. Never. I've never been on a dating app.
Really?
Yep. I meet people organically.
Tell the truth.
Deja.
No, never. Never. I've never had a dating app. I've met people going out and being myself. Which is
Baby, I
probably why
remember
they're all
dating us,
crazy.
but I digress.
No, never. Never. Never in my life.
I advocate for dating
Yeah,
apps.
that's how we officially had our first date.
Correct.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tinder in 20
NFL draft.
whatever year.
Yeah, I don't know.
2015, 16ish. Okay.
Love that for
Been
you
a
guys.
while.
So I think Hannah's younger. Is there anything wrong with a guy riding the bus to
No.
a date?
But don't lie about it.
There it is.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
that-
Especially
like,
if
it
you're
wouldn't be a problem,
younger,
yeah.
if you're a younger guy,
Yeah,
like
that's
nothing
weird.
wrong with
There's
that at
nothing-
all.
Yeah,
wrong
like
with
in
it.
college, I rode the bus
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
internships and work and
100%.
This
But don't
economy-
just, don't lie about it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Just
but then
don't-
the.
He's texting just parked as he walks off the bus.
Do.
and you can see
The bus
him.
just parked.
He seems like he is off in general though, because
Well, the
malaria is
malaria
eating at
thing
your
is
brain, but you're
weird.
Yeah,
here right now.
that's. I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna walk this way by myself. Not that
Yeah, Hannah, that is a good and bizarre story.
crazy.
You know that scene from White Chicks where it's like he's like, it sounds like you need professional help. Oprah, Dr. Phil. That's what it sounds like.
Okay,
100%.
I'm gonna get my laptop out because Julia sent us a Google Doc
Oh, here it is.
of stories.
God
I
bless.
can't.
I mean,
wait.
I don't even know where.
How
where
long is
where
the
to
Google
start.
Doc?
It's-
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
god!
She needed to get some
You should
frustrations
put
out.
that in ChatGPT and say summarize this.
Good idea, Marley.
You're
Let's.
smart, actually. I love chat.
Me too.
Do you ever go to chat for therapy?
For dating advice.
I talk to chat. I don't care. I talk to chat.
I've never done
Chat
that.
gets me together.
We
I don't
had
care.
AI.
Okay,
cowboy who's-
number 17. A virgin asked me to be friends with benefits and help him, quote, get the job done.
What?
What's wrong with you people?
Oh my god!
Weird behavior.
Is there an ending to
A
that?
man who
I
had
think
a
it's just that.
a man,
That's it.
a man who had a foot fetish wrote me
Crazy
a
way to start off a
a
sentence.
fan fiction about him having sex with me on my desk at work and ended with him sucking my toes. He would randomly message me saying, quote, I'm having a midday personal sesh
You look
and
like you're
thinking
reading
about
these.
you.
Crazy.
And
work.
we usually don't do X-ish rated stuff on Milwaukee Uncut. I haven't read these before. Actually, I read some of it. I didn't get to number 16 earlier.
You stopped at 15. Got it.
I was just going to the shorter ones. A guy asked me on a date, then proceeded to message me, "Are you on? Because I'm trying."
Stop.
These needed to be censored.
Fantasies here.
Beep 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 beep.
Okay, all these guys.
I met
must
a
have
guy
noticed
at
online.
Up Down for our first date. The
Up Down.
conversation was that's a good first date.
Yeah,
spot.
no,
Shout
for
out
sure.
Up Down.
It's a good
Okay,
time.
All right, we have a normal sentence here. I met a guy at Up Down for a first date. Let's see what happens on the second sentence. The conversation was fine until he started asking me which male celebrities I thought were hot. And before I could answer, he goes, I think Shia LaBeouf is sexy.
All right.
We went to grab a slice of pizza after playing skee ball for a bit, and he casually asks, do you have any medical conditions? Then he told me I wasn't
This is the first date?
as Jewish as he was, which had nothing to do with our conversation.
Wild behavior.
He said, okay.
I'm just going to grab another random one, then we can give her...
I can't wait to talk to her.
Oh, I mean, I attended a speed dating event last year and met 15 eligible bachelors in Milwaukee. One stood out to me immediately as I recognized him from a previous event and did not match with him last time, so I knew this conversation would not go well. He asked me what I was looking for in a man, and I just gave him a basic answer like, I want someone who's honest, trustworthy, and nice. And he goes, I'm all those things. He asked if I wanted kids within the next 5 to 10 years, which is a super large span of time. I asked what his other interests were. He stopped and looked at me and said, I think you are my soulmate.
What?
After the event, there was a social hour, and he followed me around and had asked for my phone number numerous times. He is not my soulmate.
That's crazy.
Okay, let's just give her a call. This is too much to
her a
unpack in
call.
one episode.
This girl seems
You
like
need to
she
dedicate
has
an entire
endless
episode to that
stories.
Google Doc.
Yeah.
17? Like, well, how many numbers are on the sheet? Too many.
This girl's had a
giving up.
crazy life.
Pick up, Julia.
We have to plan her voicemail if she doesn't pick up. What are we going to say? Oh.
Hello.
Julia.
How are you?
Amazing. It's Richie. I'm here with Marley, Deja, and Bree on Milwaukee Uncut.
Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I mean, we were just reading through the Google Doc, and wow.
It's so bad.
I feel sorry for her. I do.
Deja, you only saw like 4 of the stories.
I know. I'm saying, how many are on the doc?
Oh my God. I honestly stopped writing. I was like, I could probably list
There's more?
5 more. Oh my God, yeah. You guys should just have me on the show.
I give up.
I think we might need to.
Yeah, what the heck?
I think we might need
We
to.
need to dedicate a whole episode to you and your Google Doc.
The Google Doc.
We'll just call it the Google
one by
Doc.
one, yeah.
I mean, Julia, where do you want to begin? If there's a story or two you think the audience needs to hear, what are you going with out of this amazing piece of work
God.
you assembled this afternoon?
I tried to go in chronological order. So the first story
I love it.
just
I don't even
happened
remember.
days ago.
Number 1 did.
What?
Yes, the
Tell-
Summerfest story did just happen.
Okay, why don't you just tell
us.
Just air it out.
Yeah,
we
You
wanna
met
hear it.
you met a guy on Bumble.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Let me put you on speaker so I can read this out here.
Where are you right now? Where does
Can you
this
guys hear me
podcast
okay?
find you? Yeah.
Okay. So I met a guy on Bumble. We talked for like a little bit here and there, just like through Instagram. And it was like 1 or 2 messages a week. It was like pretty just like boring, whatever talk. Decided like a month later we were going to meet up and just grab coffee. So we went to the Collectivo down by like Bradford Beach on the lakefront.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation was fine. Like we just talked about work and talked about music. He's a drummer for a local band. And so we were just kind of talking about that. But none of the conversation was really like dating forward. Like we didn't talk about like what we're looking for in a partner or things that we value in a partner. It was just pretty basic talk. And I truly didn't think it was like a date because we didn't say it was going to be a date. And we had been talking on Instagram for like a month prior. And it was never like, well, I'd love to take you out. It was just kind of like, oh, let's meet up for coffee type thing. So I didn't really like think anything of it. I just thought it was like 2 people in Milwaukee just grabbing a coffee. So then fast forward again, we've maybe texted like once a week since that time. And we were talking about Summerfest. And he told me he was going to be there on the same day that I was going to be there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went earlier in the day and just walked around by myself. And then we literally met up for a quick second, said hi, and then we both just separated and went to separate acts. So then while I'm there alone, like all the people in the front row at this concert are just kind of like standing around. They're not dancing. They're not singing along. Like they're not even paying attention. And I was just kind of frustrated and irritated by that. Cause I'm like, I really love this artist. I'm like standing on the bleachers, like dancing, singing. And I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like these people aren't having fun. I don't care. So then afterwards, we met up to see one of my favorite bands together, which is The Strike. And I'd been talking to them on Instagram earlier that day. They were responding, talking to me about things in Milwaukee and at Summerfest. So it was really cool that I like was literally conversing with this band before they were about to perform. So I was super excited to see them. I like stood on the bleachers and danced, sang with them the whole time. And they even like waved at me and pointed at me at certain times. So I'm like, okay, they know me as the girl that's talking to them on Instagram. So then afterwards, I got to meet them and get their autograph. And I just said how they made me feel like the main character during their show because they were like making me feel included. And they were like, yeah, you were the main character. So I'm like fangirling hard over this. I get their autograph. I'm like, oh my God, that was the coolest thing ever. So I was telling this guy that I was there with that I was annoyed the people in the front weren't even standing during the show or dancing along with the music again. And he like doesn't say anything. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So then we ended the night at this band he wanted to see. I didn't really have any interest in them, but I went along with it. And I ran into a few coworkers who were like, oh, we're going to go to the bars afterwards. But he didn't want to go. We ended up just like leaving the concert and then just went home. So I didn't go out to the bars with my coworkers. And then a couple days later, I get this text from him saying that like I'm a nice girl and that he had fun, but there's like an energy mismatch. And I'm like super confused because I'm like, wait, did he think these were dates? Because I certainly did not. I just thought we were just two friends, like grabbing coffee and talking about music together. But the reason he said that there was an energy mismatch was because he doesn't go to the bars anymore, and specifically said that he left the bars in college, yet he was drinking the whole day at Summerfest, and he's in a band that performs at many bars around Milwaukee. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then he said that me telling the band that I was the main act was wrong. And I'm like, dude, that's not even what I said.
He's insecure.
I said I felt like the main character.
100%.
But I think there was like confusion because he's not a Gen Z. So I'm like, maybe he didn't understand the whole like main character energy thing, but whatever. I'm like, you could ask for clarification if you thought I was being egotistical. Like, just ask me, be like, what did you mean by that? But didn't want to clarify apparently. And then he said it was wild that the fact that people in the front row weren't singing along bothered me. I'm like, dude, you're in a band. Wouldn't you be pissed if you're performing and everyone in the front row is just standing and talking and not paying attention to you? Like, that's crazy. So I put all this stuff in ChatGPT. I'm like, how the hell do I even respond? I really don't know what to say because if he thought we were dating, we weren't. But now I feel like I have this text that's like, hey, I don't think we're a match. And I'm like, wait, I didn't think we were dating. And I ended up just responding, okay, like, good luck.
What? God bless.
So yeah, that was just this past weekend.
Yeah, good luck to that guy.
Yeah, a lot of that's not.
It was so bad.
He definitely thought you were dating, though, right? Seems.
Right, okay, because like even if we weren't dating and he thought we were just friends, why would you call a friend out for stuff like that? Like, why are you upset that I'm dancing and singing at a concert for one of my favorite bands? Like, dude, like that makes no sense. Like, are you just boring?
It does seem very hypocritical.
Yeah.
The point you brought up that he is in a band and plays at bars seems like he's
Also, didn't you
kind of
say
lives in an alternate reality?
Didn't you say you went to separate shows too? So you went by yourself and he went to somewhere else and then you met up after?
Yeah, so I went to Summerfest around like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
He came around like 6. We met up for a really quick second because it was so hot that day that he brought me like a bottle of water in. And then literally he gave me a hug and said, okay, I'll see you after the show. I went to Ian Dior and he went somewhere else. So like we didn't even go to a concert together. I was literally walking around Summerfest and was alone for maybe like 3-4 hours.
He's
That
delusional.
was a date. Like, why would you think that was a date? I was so confused.
That's crazy.
delusional.
And then
Yeah,
when
that's
we were
not
at
a
the
date,
strike, I was
dude.
standing up on the bleachers. I literally have a video, like some radio station was recording at their concert, and you can see no one is standing on the bleachers. People are standing up, but like I'm on the bleachers, like dancing. He's standing on the ground next to me, just like standing there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You sound like
It was, and like he didn't like pay for my
Yeah.
drinks or anything. I offered to buy him a drink. Like it was just very weird vibes.
Is he older or is how
Yeah,
old
how
is
old
he?
are you
because
and
she
how
said
old
that
was
she's
he?
Gen Z.
Okay, so I'm 26. I
He's
think
23.
he's 29 or
Oh.
30.
Oh, he's
But
not
for
that.
him
I
to
know
say
you
like,
got
"Oh,
it.
I left the bars in college,"
sounds
like,
younger, just
okay,
out
are
of
you
it.
better than people that go to the bars then? Like, where did you think I was going? Like RWB?
Shout out to RWB.
Speaking of RW,
Sorry, RWB, I love you.
How can you not love RWB? Deja, do you have an RWB story?
Oh, but Marley does.
I love it there.
Still?
Thursdays.
Who did you meet at RWB? Exactly.
No one.
Girl,
Deja, who did Marley meet at RWB?
she met the guy that she told the story about at
Oh,
RWB.
Marley, come on.
It was the Shamrock Shuffle.
You met him on the Shamrock Shuffle.
It
in
was my first
RWB.
time ever Shamrock Shuffling, which was 3 years ago. Because normally
Oh,
I was
jeez.
always bartending, and I always like cursed it because when you work it, you hate it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what?
Decent
go.
point.
I'm gonna go. I was gonna go, and we're not gonna talk about that. But
Should we get one more story?
Yeah, Julia, any more stories? Any how about a quick one?
Okay, so this guy,
She's ready.
I'd been talking to him for a little bit on Bumble, and he was like, I really want to take you out to a nice dinner. I'm like, okay, cool. What's a place that I can have him take me where it's expensive? So I said, let's meet at Melting Pot. He's like, sounds good. Easily, this is like a $250 dinner, right?
Melting Pot Brookfield, are we talking?
Absolutely. Great place. Love it there. You
That's
gotta cook
the
your own
fir-
food,
okay.
but
So
that's
good.
part of the whole experience.
no comment.
So a couple minutes in, I just like asked him like how his week was going, and he's like, not the greatest. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? He tells me that his mom died that week, but he didn't want to cancel the date, so he literally missed his mom's wake to take me to Melting Pot.
I would.
I know you're
not have gone
lying.
on the.
You're sure?
100%.
Baby, you should have started with that one.
I don't even have
Honestly,
any
I'm
words.
like, does he hate his mom? Or like,
Yeah, were they
or
close
am I just
or?
that cool that he's
The
like, you know what?
priorities.
Well, if he hated his mom, he wouldn't have been super sad. Maybe.
I have no words.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Is
I
that the
really
story or
don't
is there
understand
more?
that one.
Is there any more
Did
to
you
the
go
story?
on- did you go to the dinner?
How was dinner? When did he bring this up?
Did you go to dinner?
Like the first 10 minutes of dinner. He brings
So you
this
went to
up,
din-
and I'm like, oh my God,
My
you can
mom
go.
just
Like,
died.
Oh,
he's
you-
like,
oh, you already
I
at
don't wanna
dinner.
cancel.
I would feel so bad because now I gotta date you because you missed your mom.
Yeah, that rest of the day would be
spend time with
shocked.
me.
I would
Okay,
not
so
know
so
what to talk
like
about
what
at all.
happens? Because this is sometimes the issue of going to dinner on a first date. Like
This is
drinks, you can
crazy
exit.
work.
Dinner's a little
Yeah,
trickier.
like you're a little locked in.
Because I'm guessing
What did you do
you
after
wanted to
that?
get out of there at that
Cheese
point in
course.
time.
What did you say?
This was right before the cheese course, so I'm like, like
I don't-
looking at the
I'm not
menu, and
familiar
like,
with
okay,
Melting
this
Pot.
Is really awkward. What do I do? And I kept telling him, I'm like, you can go,
There are
you can
several
go.
courses.
He's like, no, I think I just need a little distraction. And so then I was like, how do I flip this conversation around? So I just tried asking other like relationship type questions, like what do you like to do? Where do you go out?
Oh my
Things
God.
like that. But we could not come back from that. I was just in my head the whole time. And I'm like, his mom would have loved this chocolate, you know?
Did he go to the funeral after that? Usually the wake is right before the funeral.
I think the funeral was the next day.
Usually
I
the
think,
day
wake was,
before
like, the night
sometimes.
before,
Oh, okay.
and then the funeral was like the next day. So I'm sure he made it to the funeral, and everyone was probably like, "Where the hell were you?"
Yeah, it's your
What?
mother. Yeah.
That
Did you speak to him at all after that, or exchange any messages with him?
Nope, definitely ghosted him. I was like, I don't think his values are in the right place.
the priorities.
No,
I
no.
would be in shambles. What are we talking
That's
about?
a tough one.
Julia, what? Let's move forward. What kind of guy are you looking for? What kind of guy are you looking for right now? What kind of characteristics? Any age range? What are we going for?
So definitely looking for someone older than me. So like 26 to like 32, 33. I want someone tall, typically like a 5'10" and above, because I'm 5'4".
Oh, that's not too
10's
picky.
good, yeah.
Not too much.
No, not too bad, right?
No.
Respectfully, I don't
6'3".
normally date bald men, so sorry, bald men, you're great, but just not my type.
Bree, stop looking at me.
I'm sorry.
You wear hats.
Not your fault, Julia. I'm wearing a hat right now.
The eye roll,
Bree
did you
didn't
see
need
that?
to glare at me and start laughing over there. Okay, not 30, 32-ish, non-bald, 5'10" and above.
Yeah, I
We
want
hate a
someone who
hatfish.
like likes to go out and try new things.
A
Like
hatfish
someone that's
is
like, you know what,
crazy.
let's go
Because
do an
why
escape
do I
room.
think
Let's
you
do
have hair and
axe
then you
throwing,
take it off
something
and you're
active,
bald?
something
Backwards
fun.
hat, though.
I need to date someone that likes scary movies because I love scary movies. It's a part of my life. I also do stand-up comedy, so I'm going to need someone that's going to make me laugh, someone that's going to help me write material, come up with stories with me.
Julia, where do you do stand-up
Yeah, let's
comedy?
talk
Because you
about
got a lot
that.
of fucking material. Like,
I have so much material. It's crazy.
where are you hopping on open mics or what are you doing?
Yes, yeah. I
Where?
do open mics at the Laughing Tap and
Yes.
Walker's Point,
Love
which
the Laughing
On Wednesday?
Wednesday at the Laughing Tap?
Yeah, dude.
Yes, they did just close last week though, because they are remodeling. So it's gonna be a little bit before they open. Otherwise, there's Bremen Street Cafe on Monday nights or the Improv on Thursdays in Brookfield.
Yeah.
I want to come check you out.
You should.
I didn't know Bremen Street did that.
Regardless
Or
of
Bremen
your
Cafe.
stance on bald men, I still want to come support you. I
I'm
like
sorry.
going to the Laughing Tap. That's okay. I'm way out of the game anyway, but
It's giving a modern
Hey,
day
I
marvelous
made
Miss
this list
Maisel.
with my
Have you seen that
therapist,
show?
and I
Yeah.
constantly add to it, and it's like every quality I want in a person. And my therapist is like, you can't date any men until they check all these boxes. But I do have a column that says, like, I'm okay compromising on, and bald is on there. So if someone meets every other requirement and they're bald, you know what? Let's do it.
we're so fucking back.
They
Bald
spoil,
men,
They
let's
spoil
go.
You. I'll
Bald
give you
men.
that.
Let's go.
I'm gonna cry.
Throw a
All
double.
right, shout out to your therapist. That sounds like a really healthy
therapist sounds-
therapy technique as
yeah.
well. I like this. I
Send me your
like where
therapist
this
contact.
is going.
I know.
I already sent you
honestly.
mine.
Absolutely.
Seems like crazy.
Oh, what's your Instagram handle for non-bald or somewhat bald,
me, if I can
5'10"
follow
and
you.
above, 6 foot men out there who don't skip their mother's wake to take you to the melting pot for some cheese fondue? What are we looking at?
So it's at Julia Graybill, and it's gray like the color, and bill like dollar bills.
And Marley's making it rain on the couch right there. Okay.
She said like dollar bill.
Yes.
Oh, Lindsay.
What was that, Brie?
Lindsay.
Meme.
What was Lindsay like in college?
Oh yeah, Julia, we heard you went to school with Lindsay Haas.
I did. Oh my God. Yes. I love her.
She's great.
I love Lindsay. She was in my sorority in school, and she was actually one of like the first friends I made when I was a freshman. We used to party and underage drink together.
Shocking.
Shocking.
Well,
Any good Lindsay stories from college?
We got some.
Oh God. None that I could think of on top of my head, but we've.
Man,
I mean,
she dodged a bullet. All right. Shout out to
she's
Lindsay.
lucky this time around.
Yeah, she is. We'll need to call you back. I mean, we only got, I think, 20% of the way through the document on this. But thank you so much for calling in. It was a true honor and a privilege talking to you this evening.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Bye.
What a woman.
Deja, did you say something about bald guys catfishing?
Oh,
can we
it's
get
called
this? I heard
catfishing.
that out of the corner of my head.
Hatfishing. So that's the term, hatfishing, instead of catfishing. Because I'm not gonna lie, I prefer men with hair on their heads, because when you think about it, like down the line, if I ever have kids, like are they gonna bald at 25? I don't know. It seems it's an
Are you gonna
epidemic.
stress them out?
No, thank you. Anyway, that is a form of catfishing, because I have been on dating apps and all you have on are hats and you don't have any.
Yeah.
Either if
I'd
they're
be
not
done.
smiling
I'd
in
be
any
done.
photos,
I'd be done
or
now.
if they
I'd be
don't,
done.
I'd be done.
if they're not smiling on any photos, or if they always have on hats, they have bad teeth or they're bald. One of the two, and they look completely different when they
It's a lot
take the
of
hat
boxes.
off.
That's
I need
true.
I need the whole story.
That's
So-
true. The hat changes
what
the whole
do
look.
you recommend bald guys do?
Take the head off.
Just own it.
Just own it.
Yes, please take the head off.
Or
And
get more sponsors so
I
I
was
can
going
afford
to
a
say,
hair
or save up
transplant.
for hair restoration.
Yes.
Something.
Okay, that's
I mean,
what I'm
down
going
the
for. That's
line,
what I'm
of
going
all
for.
the
what I'm
apparently
going
they
If anyone would
split.
like to sponsor Milwaukee Uncut at an increased rate so I can get a hair transplant,
Or if
Richie
you
at
know a hair
MilwaukeeUncut.com.
transplant
What?
place- I said, or if you know a hair transplant place that you could partner with.
Oh, yeah. We could do
We
a
could go
video
through the
there and promote
process.
it. We could
At
go
them.
through-
Comments.
Sounds like some work.
Minoxidil
Okay.
apparently works. I'm sorry.
All right. We'll end it on that note. Deja, it was so nice meeting you until the last 5 minutes. I really appreciate you coming on today.
My dad is bald. One of them's bald. So
Did you just say your dad's bald?
yes, and he's a great
How
man.
fucking
Spoils
old
me.
is
It
he?
happens to most men.
I'm saying you
Are you
turn
going
into
through something right
great
now?
men.
Huh?
Are you going through something? Do you need to talk about it?
I
you
think
okay?
I have been talking about it. I think I have.
He's accepted it.
Yeah, I've accepted
They
it.
give you
he
a
has gone
rock
through
on
it.
your
I've-
finger.
I've
Look at
put
that.
the
he's doing
Rogaine and the
okay.
hymns
He's
away.
doing
I'm
okay.
just
Shout out.
I am hanging on for dear life.
You're not bald yet. You're not bald yet. That
Dude,
doesn't count.
I think you're being a
on.
little dramatic.
I'm hanging on.
You're being
It's not-
dramatic.
it ain't
You're being
good.
dramatic.
It ain't good. All right.
It's
I'm at that point where I'm not ready to quite let it go yet because I don't think us
Yeah.
white guys look too good bald either. Like it's you need to have like a really nice beard and tats
Fair.
and be jacked and like I'm not neither of those. I'm 0 for 3 on that front. So I'm,
I'm
just,
0 for 3.
I'm just hanging on for dear
But you
life
got a
over
gorgeous
here.
girl regardless. So I mean,
I
hey.
said, yeah,
I
you're
got her
doing
before
well.
it happened.
Exactly.
That's the trick. That's the
That
trick.
is the trick, actually, for guys. Lock them in young when you do have
Yes.
hair,
Yes.
and then you're good.
If you feel the balding coming,
Find a girl.
get out the
Wait,
game.
how old were you when it started?
It's been just a kind of, what is it, a cut by 1,000 swords type of situation where, you know, it didn't happen overnight. It's just been
No,
gradually.
yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, I tried the Rogaine, the hymns,
Oh,
one of those things in the shower where you kind of just massage your scalp.
I feel
Apparently
you.
that was supposed to do something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's
Breath work, you know.
breath work.
that's more for
Just has-
acceptance.
hasn't been great. All right, on that note, Marley, it was great seeing you too. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you for
And
having
congrats on NFL Draft, man.
Thank you.
We
Yeah.
me. Number 1 pick.
we hope it turns out, but if it doesn't, gem of the week right here.
Good luck on Cruise Guy too.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's coming to
Fingers
Milwaukee,
crossed.
so-
yes, it
And,
should
like,
be a good
You'll have to give us an
time.
update.
I will. Actually, I will.
Yeah,
Thank
how
you.
that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fans will be wondering.
Yeah.
What a great episode. That was a good time. And if you've made it this far, thank you for listening.